Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about the table saw today. We even actually have a little bit of live action that we're going to talk about, but we'll go over the table saw first. So our parts of the table saw is the table saw, this is the table. The blade, it's right here. This is our guard, usually positioned over the blade. So in case of a kickback, the board doesn't get thrown back at you or forced into your midsection. And we'll talk about that more in a minute too. This is our fence. This is our fence where we guide material through the saw blade. This is the base. The base. This is our adjustment wheel that adjusts the height of the blade. So you have to turn this to adjust up and down with the wheel. And this wheel over here adjusts the angle of the blade. It will actually tilt the blade up to 45 degrees so you can do bevel cuts on the table saw. All right, our on-off switch is over here. Turn the machine on and off over here. This is the dust collection system. And our dust is usually picked up and thrown into the dust collection system. All right, so, back over there. The table saw is for ripping. We're gonna rip a board. Remember, ripping is cutting with the grain. So when we make our cut, we use the fence. We hold the board against the fence. We push the board through the saw blade. So if I want to rip a board 4 inches, I'm going to, first of all, push the guard back. I'm going to set my fence, and I'm going to measure to the blade 4 inches. And the inside tooth of the saw blade goes exactly precisely to 4 inches, okay? Now, zoom back out. You're gonna lock the fence down right there. Now the fence cannot move, and that keeps the board firm to push straight through the blade. Now, we're gonna push our guard back across. Okay, again on a kickback. Broke this guard right here. You can see that the material on this guard is 1/4 inch thick. Well, the force of a kickback will throw that material out and back at you. So when we push this stock through the blade, we're always standing on the left-hand side of the blade. So I'm over here, I'm pushing with my right hand, I'm pushing with my left hand against the fence, I'm pushing with my right hand straight through the fence and past the blade. If we're cutting narrower than 3 inches, our friends, the push sticks, are back with us. We use them on the joiner, and we will use them actually on every tool in here. If you need to keep your hands away from the blade, the 4 to 6 inch margin, we're going to use these push sticks. They're always our buddy. All right, so a 4 inch cut, the fence is locked in place. Our blade is set. Just make sure we look at that. The blade is set, so it's just slightly above the stock right here. All right, we're just slightly above, maybe 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch above our stock. The guard's back over the blade. Okay, now, in case of a kickback and the board gets thrown back, the guard should keep it in place. You're standing on the left-hand side of the blade. If the kickback happens, it usually goes back that way. All right, let's make our cut. my push stick and I'm firmly pushing through the blade and against the fence at the same time. I'm not going to pick up the other push stick until my hand gets 6 inches away from the blade. Okay, now we'll use the other push stick. Push the material all the way through and leave it there. Turn the machine off. Now, as you can hear, the machine is loud. That means it's very powerful. When it has a kickback, it will force that material back at you at about 100 miles an hour. Yesterday, and this usually happens to someone who's very comfortable with their equipment or someone that thinks they know everything about the tools they're working with. Someone like me. Yesterday I came in the shop, I decided to rip a board real fast, and guess what? Because I was in a hurry, my guard, look at me, my guard wasn't in place. It was on the floor because we had cut something really big. My blade was adjusted way above the stock that I was cutting. So I came in a big hurry and I cut a board that was bigger, longer than it was wider, which is another rule you do not do with the saw. And so I had a kickback. I was standing behind the blade instead of the left side of the blade. Those are two things that I did wrong. I ran the board through real fast, and this is what happened to me. So when I got the kickback, the board was thrown back at me at about 100 miles an hour. And the force of that board just ripped the skin off the top of my hand. All right? The only thing that I was doing right and correct was that I kept my hand 6 inches away from the blade. Because if I had not done that, when the board got thrown back, if it had drawn my hands across the blade, it would have cut the fingers off completely. So I did keep my hands away from the blade, but I didn't adjust the blade, and I didn't have my guard in place. So this is what happens. This is what happens when you don't respect the machine and you don't use it correctly. So we're going to use this as a main lesson on how we must respect this equipment.